Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Syed Akif Shah, lecturer finance at Institute of Business Studies, Kohat University of Science and Technology. The title of this course is Intermediate Accounting and the course code for this subject is BS 363. This is lecture number 16 and the topic we have started in a couple of previous lectures, which is in accounting treatment for debentures under the condition of redemption point of view. Basically, this lecture is in continuity to our couple of previous lectures. And in this lecture, we will conclude our discussion by giving a solid illustration as an example, which will explain the accounting treatment according to 4 different conditions of redemption for debentures. So the outline of this lecture comprises of a solid numerical case illustration which will deal with the accounting treatment for debentures under the condition of redemption, and this illustration will cover our 4 major point agenda in detail, and it will explain how to journalize the entries under different conditions. So the condition number 1 which this lecture will cover is debentures issued at par. We are assuming that the debenture is going to be issued at rupees 100, which is the par value of the debenture. As we have explained previously, the par value of the debenture is rupees 100. And this debenture will be redeemable at par, which means at the same price the company will regain the possession of this debenture. And this illustration will cover the first condition. The debenture issued at a discount, which means the 100 rupees of face value or the par value of debenture might be asked to issue on discount of, let's say, 5% discount, and redeemable at par, which means that the company has issued the debenture on rupees 95, but at the time of redemption it is required or obliged to pay rupees 100 for one debenture. The third condition in this question will be debentures issued at premium and redeemable at par. By premium we mean that the debenture might be issued at 105, which is well above the par value, and redeemable at par. At the time of redemption, the company is legally required to pay only the face value or the par value of the debenture. And finally, the last case in this question will be discussed: debenture issued at a discount. Let me remove these inks. Debenture issued at discount. By discount means less than the par value, and initially we have selected rupees 100 as a par value. So the discount might be 3%, 4%, 5%, or whatever the company is offering to its prospective investor. So in the upcoming question, the discount offer will be 4%, which means that this 100 rupees of debenture will be issued on 96 rupees. You can simply multiply this 4 with the par value and the resultant answer will be rupees 4. So subtract it from your par value and the discounted price available for the investor will be 96. So the debenture issued at discount and redeemable at premium of, let's say, 5%. And this 5% premium usually applied on the face value or the par value of the debenture, and the par value we have selected is rupees 100. You can simply multiply 5% with 100 and the resultant answer will be rupees 5. So rupees 5 additionally be paid as premium to the debenture holder at the time of redemption of debentures. So effectively the company is going to pay the original par value plus this premium As an accumulation, the company at the time of redemption will be required to pay out 105 to the holder of debentures. However, what company has realized will be 96 rupees at the time of issuance of these debentures. Let's go to the next slide and discuss the question in detail. This is illustration number 4.4 from the recommended book already told to the students. And the narration says a company issued 1000 debentures at the rate of 6% debentures. It means that the company is required to pay 6% interest at the completion of 1 year to these 1000 debenture holders. This is the main point of interest of the prospective investors, that why one should invest its money into the debentures of a particular public limited company. The reason for investment is actually to earn the interest revenue or interest profit. So this company is offering 6% interest revenue for those investors who are going to buy the debenture of this company. And the company has issued 1000 debentures which are 6% interest to be paid, 6% interest debentures of rupees 100 each. Company has offered a single debenture at the rate of 100, which is actually the par value of one debenture. And the question says, give journal entries and the ultimate impact of this debenture issuance on the balance sheet in each of the following 4 cases. So we will discuss these 4 cases one by one. First case is the debentures are issued at par, which means that the rupees 100 debenture has been issued at the same price of 100, and then company at the time of redemption is going to redeem or buy back these debenture at the same price par. So what the investor will get, investor will earn the 6% interest rate on his investment. Let's generalize this first entry. This is the journal pattern. You need to write the journal, and then at the top of journal you can also write the company name. This is our debit column, and the right hand side one is our credit column. This is account title or particulars column, particulars, and this one is actually the date column. If the question has given you a specific date of the economic transaction, then you are required to mention that specific date rather than as 1, 2, 3, 4. So as the question did not mention the specific date of this financial transaction or economic transaction, therefore we have written the first journal entry. The company has issued its 6% debenture at par value, and it is going to redeem the debenture on the same par value. So the company's bank account will be debited by 1 lakh rupees. So the cash in the bank account of the company has increased. So therefore we have debited the cash or bank account, and to 6% debenture account, which is the liability of the company, increase in liability has been recorded by credit. Finally, you can give a short narration which will explain what actually has happened in the above 2 transaction of debit and credit entry. Issue of 1000 debenture, which are 6% of rupees 100 each. So if you are not interested to write the 6% over here, you can just simply omit it, because the narration can also explain that this debenture account has been generated at the rate of 6%. It means at the completion of 1 year, the company is legally required to pay 6 rupees if a particular debenture holder have only one debenture which worth only rupees 100. So you can simply multiply 100 with 6%. So the resultant interest earned by a debenture holder will be 6 rupees. Now let's discuss the second case or second financial transaction or economic transaction. Now the company is going to issue at a discount of 5%. Now what does this mean? Rupees 100 debenture is going to be issued on the discount of 5%. So you can just simply multiply 5 with 100 with the help of this formula, and the resultant discounted price to be offered will be 95 rupees. It means that company is going to offer these 1000 debenture at 95 rupees per debenture, but redeem at par. At the time of redemption, company is once again required to pay the complete face value, which is rupees 100. So how can we journalize? Company has issued 1000 debentures at the rate of 95 each. So you can simply multiply these per debenture price with the total number of debenture issued, and it will give you $95,000, not dollar but actually rupees, as the denomination of currency is rupees over here. So the company's bank account is going to be debited by 95,000 rupees. So you can see in the second entry, bank account has been debited by $95,000, not dollar but actually rupees, as the denomination is PKR or rupees. And the company has offered these debenture on the discount of 5%. So the 5% discount in these debenture is actually rupees 5 multiplied by 1000 debentures. So the resultant total accumulated discount is actually 5000 rupees. So therefore the discount is a kind of loss for the company, and increase and then further a loss is treated as an expense in the company's profit and loss statement. So therefore the discount on issue of debenture will be debited, and then the condition says that at the time of redemption, company is required to pay the par value of these debentures, and the par value are 100 debenture, rupees 100 of debenture multiply by total number of debentures issued, which are 1000. So you can multiply these two, and the resultant liability, which is to the 6% debenture account, which is the liability of the company, which needs to be paid out to the holder of debenture at the time of redemption. So 100,000 rupees has been credited. Both sides, debit and credits, are now equal. And the shortest narration explained that company has issued 1000 debentures of rupees 100 at a discount of 5%. So now in this narration we did not write 6%, therefore you are required to mention 6% in the account title as well. However, another way around, if you do not like to mention this 6%, so you can simply mention this issue of 1000 debentures 6% debentures over here, and then the narration will be completed. Let me remove all these inks. Now let's discuss the third condition. They are issued at a premium of 5% but redeemable at the par value. Issued at the premium of 5%, which means that the 100 rupees of one debenture has been issued at the price which is excess to the price par value by 5%. So 5% of 100 is once again rupees 5. So the final price of this debenture which is going to be issued is rupees 105. So 100 rupees debenture by the company has been issued at the rate of rupees 105, but at the time of redemption the company's liability will be only 100, which is the par value. So what the company has realized, we can see in the next slide or next transaction. This is transaction number 3. The company's bank account is going to be debited with the cash of 1,05,000 rupees. Why? 1,000 debentures multiplied by 1,000 debentures has been issued by the company at the rate of 105 each. You can just simply multiply it and the company's bank account will be debited by 1,05,000 rupees. Subsequently, the company's liability will be to the 6% debenture account, only 1 lakh rupees. The reason is the condition says that the company is going to redeem its debenture at par value. So 100 multiplied by the total number of issued debentures, which are 1,000. The total value or the total liability of the company will be 1 lakh rupees at the time of redemption. So we have written the same amount in our liability section. And then third, to premium on this debenture account, which is going to be mentioned in the liability section under the premium reserve account, which is 5,000 rupees. This is the amount the company has actually collected at the time of issuance of debenture. One debenture, 5 rupees extra has been charged to the face amount or to the par value, and total number of debenture issued were 1,000. So therefore the extra amount, that is premium on debenture, initially charged at the time of issuance was 5,000 rupees. Now both sides are equal and the shortest narration will explain what actually has been happened in this transaction. Issue of 1,000 6% debentures, we can also write over here 6% debentures of rupees 100 at the rate of rupees 105, which will explain that rupees 100 debenture has been issued at the rate of 105. Now let's discuss the final transaction and see how to journalize this entry. Condition number 4, they are issued at a discount of 4%. Now 4% of the par value is 4 rupees. So the 100 rupee was the original par value and we have offered 4 rupees as a discount to the prospective investors. It means that we have offered our one debenture at the rate of 96 and the company has issued how many debentures? 1,000. So therefore 96 multiplied by 100, the company is going to realize 96,000 rupees by the issuance of debenture under this condition. The company bank account will be debited by 96,000 rupees, but at the time of redemption, it is going to redeem its debenture at the premium of 5%. The par value is 100. But the company is going to redeem its debenture in excess to the par value by 5%. So it means the redemption price or liability of the company will be 105 rupees to be paid to a single debenture holder. So let's journalize this entry. Entry number 4, the bank account of the company will be debited by 96,000 rupees. Then the liability account will be generated, which is to 6% debenture account, which is liability. It needs to be mentioned with the original par value, which is 1 lakh rupees. And then an additional liability account will be generated with the title of premium on redemption of debenture account. This is the company's liability, since at the time of debenture redemption, company is going to pay the extra 5 rupees per debenture. So therefore the total number of debenture has been issued by this company is 1,000. So in accumulation, the company will pay 5,000 rupees extra to the par value. What the total accumulated credit side is now 105,000 rupees. However, the debit side is showing only 96,000 rupees in our bank account. So we can just simply subtract the two values and the resultant value will be 9,000 rupees. This 9,000 rupees is actually the loss to the company because the company has issued its debenture at a deep discount and later on purchased the same debenture at a price excess to the par value. So therefore the company has realized 9 rupees per debenture loss, 4 as a discount initially at the time of issuance and 5% premium needs to be paid at the time of redemption. So overall company has faced 9% loss. So 9% of 100 is actually rupees 9 and the total number of debenture issued by the companies are since $1,000. Therefore we can simply multiply 9 rupees with 1,000 debenture and the resultant value will be 9,000 rupees loss. Since this loss is a kind of expense, therefore increase in expenses are recorded by debit. Therefore we have debited 9,000 rupees with the title of loss on issue of debenture account. Now both sides are equal and this is the way you can record the transaction if the issue of 1,000 debentures are at the rate of 96, which is discount, but redeemable at premium, which is 105. And this narration also explains what actually has happened in the above transaction. So after journalizing the financial or economic transaction, we will move towards the final section of the question, which was to incorporate the impact of these financial transaction in our balance sheet, since the question says give journal entries and the balance sheet in the following cases. So what is the impact of these 4 economic transactions on the balance sheet will be discussed shortly. So under the first case, we can just simply write down under the liabilities 6% debentures, 1 lakh rupees worth, as we have taken the data from this journal entry, first journal entry, which was the debenture account has been credited by 1 lakh rupees. So similarly our liability has been increased by 1 lakh, and then the asset side, which was cash at the bank account of the company, has been increased by debiting 1 lakh rupees. So we have done the same bank account mentioned under the asset side of the company's balance sheet, and it has been mentioned in the right hand side under the balance sheet. The second transaction was the bank account debited by 95,000 rupees. So we have increased the 95,000 under the balance sheet under case number 2. If we are going to incorporate it into the balance sheet, since this is a merged balance sheet and it is only showing us the impact of each transaction on the balance sheet, we can just simply line up so that the difference may be presented clearly to the student. This is the second entry's impact. The liability of the company has been increased by 1 lakh since we are required to pay the par value at the time of redemption. So the overall liability of the company is 1 lakh, irrespective of the fact that company has received only 95,000 rupees as cash in his bank account. So the bank account under the asset, which is actually the cash and cash equivalent, is 95,000, and the discount on issue of debenture has been mentioned under assets until and unless this discount has been written off, which is 5,000 rupees. Therefore both sides are once again now equal. The balance sheet's primary principle is that both side, assets and liability side, must be equal. The third entry was bank account was debited by 1,05,000 rupees. Similarly, our bank account under asset has been mentioned with 1,05,000 rupees. And the liabilities of the company under this third condition, third case was same 1 lakh rupee as a solid debenture account. Therefore, the 6% debenture on premium on was 1 lakh and the premium on debenture was 5,000 rupees, which was going to be mentioned under liability in the premium on debenture account, which is not our liability, rather it is our additional amount we have collected, which is the capital amount. Therefore, it has been credited, and once again both sides of the balance sheets are equal. And finally, we will see the fourth transaction impact on the balance sheet of the company. In this case, the bank account was debited by 96,000 and the loss was 9,000. So therefore, the bank account under the assets has been mentioned with 96,000 rupees and loss on debenture, which is going to be written off at the time of redemption or completion of the debenture's life, which is 9,000 rupees. So overall, the asset has been increased by 1,05,000. And similarly, the left hand side, which is the liability of the company, we have extracted or posted data from this journal entry, which is a debenture account. The company's liability was 1 lakh. Therefore, we have mentioned the liability of company under this case as 1 lakh. And at the time of redemption, the company is going to pay the extra amount of 5,000 rupees. Therefore, we are required to mention another liability, which is premium on redemption of debentures. So therefore, the company's total liability is 1,05,000 rupees. After incorporating both the transaction, once again the assets and liability sides under the condition of balance sheet has been equal. So this was all about the debentures accounting entry under the condition of redemption point of view. If you have still any confusion or question, you are free to ask via email, or you can simply post your question and queries on KCMS, and I'll be glad to answer your question. Thank you very much once again. Good luck for the day. Allah Hafiz.